Om Shri Namaha Namaha Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Samasta Jana Kalyani Karunam Namami Chinma Sadgurum Brahma Paramananda Madhavam straight with the head, neck and vertebral column in a straight line. Once we fix the posture, we need not move. We are sitting in a clean, quiet place, all alone. Our eyes gently closed. This indicates the withdrawal of all other sense organs. Down to our Guru, and we surrender to them and worship that bless us with the fourfold qualities. We should have a faith and a supreme love towards the Guru and the Lord. We totally surrender to them. Now we become aware of our breathing. It's going on. We breathe consciously in a rhythm. Breathe in and breathe out. Practice it for some 7 to 8 times. Our mind to this quiet mind bring the Mahasi. Tat indicates Brahman, Vam indicates you and I, the individual being. Asi indicates oneness. There is oneness between the Jivatma and Paramatma. The consciousness is one consciousness. This is what Vedanta. This is indicated by Om. Om iti etad Brahma. I am all. This consciousness is Brahma. With these understanding, let us chant Om and try to abide in the self. Om. Mentally repeat me. Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om. Rub your hands, put your palm on your eyes, and slowly open your eyes. Danta Siddhanta Gocharatama Gochara Govindam Anandam Sadgurum Prasmyaham Sadgurum. Here Bhagavan Shankaracharya, who has written this Vivekachudamani, bow down to his Guru Govinda Padacharya and to the Lord Govinda. And the oneness of Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta, that is Jiva Brahmaik, is known only through the Vedanta, and there is no other means, Samogacharam, not by sense organ. We bow down to Bhagavan Shankaracharya, who has written this commentary, and the Vivekachudamani is written, and we are following Gurudev's commentary. We bow down to Puja Gurudev, who taught us the entire Guru Parampara. We bow down to the Lord. By his blessings we are able to study. We bow down to all great masters and we seek their blessings. With the blessings we start our studies. So here we are in the verse 302 that we have seen last time. Just one glance we have seen. I will read this again. The how we chant is like it is Chanda is Shardul Vikredit. Brahmananda Nidhirmata Ghorahina Samveshtatmani Rakshate Chande Sribirmastakai Vignanakhya Mahata Vichidya Nirmulya Iha Imam Nidhim Sukhakaram Maha. You read last time, so once only we are read. Nirmulya ahim imam. The last word is Nirmulya ahim imam. Him imam. This one compound word. Brahmananda Nidhi Mahabalavata Ankar Gora Aina Samve Atmani Rakshati Chandehi Tribihi Mastakaihi Vignana Akhya Mahashina Shruti Mata Vichid Shirsha Nirmuhim Imam Nidim Dhira Anubhoktum Kshamaha. This is how we have to read it. Now it says that here Bhagavan is telling that this Brahmananda Nidhi. Nidhi means the treasure. This, our own nature, Brahmananda, it is a great treasure. But now we do not know this because Mahabalavat, by great mighty Ahankar. Now it is Ahankar Gora. Now it is covered with a dreadful Ahina. Ahi means snake. As though it is covered with Ahankara, and this Ahankara is compared with a snake. And the Brahmananda is a treasure. Generally, it is said that if somebody digs something and keeps under the ground, the snake always guards it. The snake guards it. So, this Ahankara is like a snake. And then he says, Samveshtya, this Ahankara, which is like a snake, it has Samveshtya. Samveshtya means from four sides. Atmani, covered itself on four sides, Rakshate, and it's just protecting. Gunamayehi, this is the description of the snake. This is the description of the snake. The snake is covering and is guarding with three gunas, Gunamayehi, Rajas and Tamas. Trivihi Mastake. These are the three heads. The snake having a three heads, and these three heads are the three gunas, because it is the Maya that covers the Brahman. Maya. Trigunatmika is Maya. And Maya has three gunas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. As though the Maya is compared with a snake is covering. Now, we have to remove this, we have to go beyond the gunas. So he says, how to go beyond the gunas? Vijnana Akhya Mahashina. Now, Vijnana Akhya Mahashina. Ashina means sword. By the great sword of called, Akhya called, by realizing our own nature. This we can go beyond the gunas or the Maya by realizing our own nature. And the snake heads, we can cut it. And but how we should cut it? Shruti mata, as in accordance with the Shruti. What the Shastra says. What the Shastra says. And as the scripture tells us, Vichidya Shishatrayam, and you cut down the three hoods, go beyond the Maya, go beyond the three gunas. You know, when the tamogun is there, then we are, dull, lazy. When rajogun is there, one is more active, but all selfish action. And the sattvic guna is that when one does selfless action. The sattvic guna also ends by itself. When one is in sattvic guna, it ends by itself. So he says, Vichidya Shishatrayam. You go beyond the three gunas, go beyond the Maya, Nirmulya, and from the root you destroy. What? Ahim, this snake. This snake called the Maya, Trigunatmika, you completely destroy it from the root. Imam this, Nidim, and then we can enjoy the bliss, Sukhakaram, which gives you happiness. Happiness. And who can enjoy this happiness? Dhira, a person who is a Viveki, who has a discrimination, what is real and what is unreal. Dhira, Anubhoktum, he is capable. He is capable of enjoying this bliss who has gone beyond the Maya, which is three gunas. Now this Maya, as though like a snake, covering this our happiness, and this happiness is the treasure, because this gives us liberation. We do not have to come back in this world again. So he says that here you go beyond the three gunas. Understand. See how we can go beyond. We have to understand our mind. We have to understand our mind. And now I am lazy, or what type of the mind is, what are the thoughts. Then start doing action. Then from tamoguna we go to rajoguna. Then also actions we do. Then beginning only for ourselves. Then slowly go beyond, do the selfless work. So from rajogun to sattva, this is how one has to go. And then from sattva guna to shuddha sattva. Shuddha sattva. Where there is no rajoguna and tamoguna. And then one realizes the truth. That is Brahman. So we have to know ourselves. How my mind is. How we will know? From the thoughts. From the thoughts of our mind, we can understand. We have to be very conscious about our thoughts. What type of the thoughts? And as per the thoughts, our actions are there. So one has to go beyond this. This is what Bhagavan says, that this you have to go beyond the three gunas, the Maya. Maya is like a snake. That's why Bhagavan says, Mama Maya, this my Maya is very difficult to cross. But the one who surrenders to the Lord, they can cross the Maya. We have to surrender to the Lord. Okay. In the next mantra, Bhagavan says that the snake has a poison, isn't it? Now he says, what is this? As long as there is a little bit of the poison, the effect is there, we are not healthy, isn't it? That's what he said. Yavat kinchitad veshah visha yavatvaya visha dosha spurtihi asti de bhaveda ahantapi yogino mukti yavat kinchit vishado spurtihi asti cheta dehe ahantapi yogino mukti. Now he says, yavat, as long as yat kinchita, maybe a little water, visha, poison, and visha dosha means there is a effect of the poison. There is a effect of the poison is there, dosha is there, little poison is there, then asti cheta dehe, in the body is there. Here the poison is nothing but the ego. The ego is the poison. As long as we have a wee bit of ego or an iota of ego is there, ego means I am this body. Identification with this body. I am this body. I am so and so. I am rich. I am educated. I am a beautiful. All these are included in ego. I know something more. I am very intelligent. Niti, cooler, all that. All that is included. If this is called a poison, this is called a poison. Bhagavan says, if this little ego, this poison is, ego only has all these thoughts. When the ego is there, how will know? The mind will have such thoughts. Mind. So we have to be very much alert. What type of the thoughts my mind is having? We have to be alert and vigilant about our own mind. And then how can one be healthy or one can recover from the disease? How the recovery is possible? Aveta tad means there is ahankar. There is a little identification is there. Then how one can recover? Yoginaha muktaye. The yogi, he can get liberation. The yogi means the seeker. The seeker who is now meditating, but in his meditation, the thoughts are still going on and the thoughts are of the identification. The thoughts are going on. I am so and so. I know this much, We have to be very, very careful. How the ego comes, we do not know. We think, no, I am very good, I have nothing, I am so simple. No, but the ego comes suddenly. Which Gurudev is to give an example. Once in one center, Gurudev went and there were three people, the president, the secretary, and another committee member was there. And they told Gurudev, how the mission is working, because we three are working. This is called ego. This is called ego. I am working. Aham karta, aham bhokta. That is ego. As long as this is there, we cannot realize the. How can we realize that? Because in Brahman, there is no such thought. Man minus mind is Brahman. Man minus mind is Brahman. When there are no thoughts. This Puja Gurudev is to give us the definition. What we know, we repeat just what Gurudev has taught us. We know nothing. Repetition of what Gurudev has taught us. Mind means thoughts. And we think I am so simple, I have nothing, no ego. No. We have to be very, very careful. Even a little ego is there, we cannot experience the truth. Now we are not able to experience truth because the ego is there, ahankar is there. I am so and so. I have a big house. I am so rich. You can, how there are so many, I belong to such family, which family I belong. All this is ego. As long as this is there, Bhagavan says we cannot realize the truth. Then how? We have to be very alert and know our mind. Alertness is very, very necessary. We have to observe our mind, silent our mind, and observe yourself. What are the thoughts going in my mind? As long as such thoughts are there, we cannot realize the truth. Bhagavan says, this is all description of ahankar only, ego. Now we said, that's why Antanivritya tatknana vikalpa pratyak tattva vivimiti vindate tattvam mo atyanta nivritatkrita nana vikalpa pratyak tattva ahamashmiti tattvam. Here Bhagavan says, Atyan, earlier it said, as long as there is a partial ahankar. He says, till it is totally given up, totally destroyed. This ahankara totally destroyed. And what this ahankara does? Tat kruta, the effect. Ahankara is the cause. What is the effect? Nana vikalpa, and then nana vikalpa, many thoughts. Vikalpa means thoughts. And samritya, when till this is not vanished, all, what is that? My name is Shah. This is my degree. Form, guna, jati, niti, kula, gotra, rupa. But all this is, we are attached to all this. Bhagavan says, all these thoughts, till they are not removed. How? Pratyak tattva viveka. Pratyak means inner, and vivek means viveka by shata sampatti and desire for liberation. Unless this vivekadi, Bhagavan has written vivekadi, agya one should have shamadama adi shata sampatti and a desire for liberation. Aham ashmiti vindate tattvam. Unless a student is having a fourfold qualities, then alone he can realize that aham ashmi, I am Brahman. So we have to find out what we are not having, whether the vivek is not there, still we are giving importance to the anitya vastu, or vairagya is not there, shamadama, mind control, sense controls are not there, we are extroverted person, or there is not a desire, intense desire for liberation. We have to find out. What is, some say, what is the hurry? So much life is there, I can realize when little I am so young now, no, nothing to be done now. So these are the different thoughts going in our mind. So Bhagavan says, Tattva Vivekadi. By the inner, this Viveka, Vairagya, and when these four qualities are there, then Vindate, then only one realizes, I am, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Asmi, I am Brahman. Tattvam, that is the truth. That is the aparoksha anubhuti, direct experience one can have only when one is a sadhan chatushtaya sampanna adhikari, and totally this ego has gone. Now he is including sadhan chatushtaya also in this mantra. Earlier he says that ego should be, but the ego should be will destroyed only when we are sadhan chatushtaya sampanna, and there are no thoughts in our mind. Mind should be totally quiet. Mind, when we are meditating, the mind should be totally quiet, isn't it? See that there are no thoughts in the mind. Now that this and this ahankara creates the vikara also, and there is adhyasa also. See, ahankara step by step, what it creates, Bhagavan is explaining now, and here he says that kare kartare कर्तर्यमति मुंज विकारात्मनि फलजुषी स्वस्थिति मुषे ध्यासात् प्राप्ता जरा दुख बहुला प्रतीचि चिन्मूर्तेनो संस्कारे कर्तर्यमति मुंच विकाशी स्वस्थिति मुषे प्राप्ता जनि बहुला प्रतीचिर चिन्मूर्ते नो samsmriti. Now he says ahankara. Is still trying to explain how the ahankara works. He says ahankare, the word you have to break as, this is how you have to break it. Kartari aham iti mati muncha, give up. विकार आत्मनि आत्म स्वस्थिति मुषि यत् अध्यास प्राप्ता जनि मृति जरा दुख बहुला प्रतीचः चिन्मूर्ते तव सुखतनो संस्मृति ही इयम संस्मृति ही इयम. This is how you have to break. Is it clear? There are many compound words in this. Now it says ahankare kartari aham iti mati. When there is ahankara, then how we will know the ego is there? Then I am the doer. It comes, I am the doer. In relative world, you have to say I am the, who did it? I did it. But Bhagavan says, those who want to realize the truth, they must know everything is done in presence of consciousness. I am not the doer. But when the ahankar is there, then we have understanding, I am the doer and bhoktrutva, both. I am the doer and I am the enjoyer. See, muncha, Bhagavan says, give up this immediately. That I am the doer, this binds you. This binds you. Give up this. Ahankar will create that I am the doer. It is because of me everything is happening. No, it's by God's will. We are only an instrument. We are only an instrument. So he says, Timati muncha sahasa, give up. Then he says, Vikara Atmani. Vikara means that modification. Atmani, Atmani in the mind. In the Atmani, there are many modifications. What are the modifications in the mind? He says, Jushi. And whatever is the nature of the modification, it is nothing but the reflection of the consciousness. It is the Atma Prati Phala Jushi means it happens because the consciousness is reflected in the Vikosha, and then we become aware of the thoughts. We become aware of the thoughts. Swasthiti Mushi. And Mushi means hides. And when consciousness reflects, it hides. Mushi means hides. It hides our swasthiti, that I am the consciousness. I am the consciousness is hidden by the reflection of the consciousness in the mind. And the thoughts are there. And then you said, I am the doer. This is how it happens. See, the body cannot function by itself. The consciousness reflected in the Vijnanmaya Kosha, then the Vijnana is illumined, and then you said, I am the doer. I am the doer. He says, we become conscious of the thought, that is Chid. It is Chid. And then what happens? And the real consciousness is covered. By this Chidabhasa, the real consciousness is covered. Yad Adta. And why this happened? Because of Adhyasa is that superimposing the body on the Atma. Our nature consciousness is covered and we are superimposing the body, mind and intellect, and then we said, I am thought. This is my thought. I am thinking. And then the result of this is Jani Mati Jani Mrukha Bahula. Then the birth, the death, old age, and Dukkha Bahula, the full of miseries. When we identify with the body, then the birth, the death of the body, we identify with it. Oh, now I am so sick. I have a headache. I have a stomachache. I have this pain. We are identifying with the body. Identifying with the body. By Adhyasa. Because we have forgotten our real nature consciousness and we are superimposing the body, mind and intellect on the consciousness. The consciousness is hidden by the Vijnanmaya Kosha. And Praticha, this word Praticha is the sixth case of Pratyak Atma. It's the sixth case of Atma, that inner self. Chinmurte, this is our nature, which is the nature of the consciousness. It is the form Chinmurte Tava. He says your nature is conscious. Sukhatanoho, you are the embodiment of happiness. We are the embodiment of happiness. Our nature is consciousness, and this consciousness inside only illumines the mind and the Vikosha. But we identify because of Adhyasa with the mind, with the and the transmigration continues. We forget our real nature. The real nature consciousness is hidden. Hidden by what? Our thoughts, Vijnanmaya Kosha, I am so and so. And because of the Adhyasa, then there is all the Shat Vikaras of the body we have to undergo, and there is a transmigration. Samsmriti iyam. Then this world continues for transmigration, continues for us. Why? Though we are the nature of consciousness, it is covered by what? Because of the Adhyasa. Superimposing the body, mind and intellect on the consciousness. We don't know our real nature. Because the mind is not quiet. Because there is an ego. I am this body. This Adhyasa, that all this is in a way they have the same meaning. Ahankar also means identifying I am the body, mind and intellect. And Adhyasa is superimposing the body, mind and intellect on consciousness. Though our real nature is consciousness, we do not know that. It is as though covered by the body, mind and intellect. And then because of this, we have to come in this. It means that we have to be very alert and we have to always remember, I am consciousness. My nature is consciousness. We forget that. We always, I am this, or identification so strong with the body, mind and intellect. I am Karta, I am both, I am the doer. This is all Bhagavan says, all this Ahankar does. Here there are two words Jushi and Mushi. Jushi means enjoys, and Mushi means covers. It covers, hiding. It is hiding our real nature. Swasthiti Mushi. It hides our real nature, and we are identifying with the body, mind, and it. Now, the next 2-3 mantras, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says that your real nature is Brahman, and you try to realize that. Mano Vibho Ananda Murte Anavtah Naiva Vikarinashte Vina Aham Adhyasam Siddhatmano Ananda Murte Anav Naivanyatha Vinaham Sada Pashya. This is how you have to say. Sada Vibhu Ananda Murte. That rakara in the second line in Gurudev's book, that Visarga has become raw. You have to read Ananda Murte Anavad Kvapi Avika Vina Aham Amushya Sam. Now we said Pashya. We are always of the nature of consciousness. Our nature never changes. We are always consciousness. Chidatmanaha. Consciousness, absolute knowledge. Vibhoho. Our nature is all pervading, infinite. We are infinite. Sachidananda is our Swarupa. Ananda, we are the nature of absolute bliss. Absolute bliss. And this is our glory. This is the glory of the consciousness which we are. Ananda Murte, and Anavadya means cannot be criticized. Nobody can. Anavadya means cut actually. Here cut. Here means criticize. Nobody can criticize our glory. Our glory means consciousness glory. And we are never otherwise. Our nature is, it's not vikari. We are immutable. Our nature never changes. Avikari. Vikara is the shatvikara of the body. In the Atma there is no vikara. Avikari te vina. Without this adhyas, we have this transmigration. Again and again we have to come in this world because of the adhyasa. But the first 3 lines says, we are the nature of consciousness. We are all pervading. Our nature is absolute bliss. Our glory cannot be criticized by anyone. And we are avikara, we are immutable. Immutable, here amruta. Immutable is amruta. We are, our nature is. But vinadi, this we'll know when there is no superimposition, no identification with the body, mind and intellect. Then only we can realize. But this transmigration continue because of the adhyasa. Because of the adhyasa. All our suffering, the cause is adhyasa. The cause is adhyasa. See, even in waking state, even we are not meditating, we should always remember that my nature is consciousness. I am consciousness. This, in one part of our mind, should go on continuously, We should always remember. In the next mantra, Bhagavan says that this ahankara is like a thorn in your throat. Yes, Balaji sir, 1 minute. It is this word, thi, this ahankar, is the cause of transmigration. Amusha, this ahankar. Okay, sir? Okay, sir. Bhoktur gale Kantakatam Vichidya Mahashina Bhunksh Atma Samrajya Shutankarum Bhoktum Gale Kantaka Vichidya Mahashina Atma Samrajya Shuk. Bhagavan says that Tashmat. Because this Ahankara is the cause of transmigration, therefore Tashmat Ahankara. Your enemy is not outside. Your enemy is this ahankara. Our Shatru enemy is our strong identification. I am so and so. And what this does? Bhoktur gale kanta. Now, you are eating something, you are very hungry, the plate is in front of you, and you started eating. But what happened? In between came a thorn, and that thorn has stuck in the throat. What is like a thorn in your throat? You are hungry. The food is also ready. You want to eat, but the thorn is not allowing to eat the food. Like is this ahankara. Our nature is consciousness. We are not able to enjoy the bliss because of this ahankara. This ahankara. So, which having destroyed, how? Vijnanamasina, great sword of realization. By Shravana, Manana and Nidhi, come to realize your own self. Bhagavan says, Vichidya, having destroyed Vijnanamasina, and then Sputam Bhunksva, and then clearly you enjoy what? Atma Samrajya Sukham, the kingdom of our happiness. Kingdom of our happiness. How? As much as you want. Means one can remain in, when one does the dhyana abhyas, one can remain in samadhi as long as he wants. As long he wants. Once there is no identification with ahankara, and then you can enjoy. This ahankara is like a thorn, which is not allowing to enjoy our happiness. Bhagavan tells in a different ways that how the ahankara is not allowing us to enjoy the bliss. So he says, once this is by Vijnana Mahasina, by only the realization. What happens when we meditate? Our vasanas are destroyed. Our vasanas are destroyed. As much we are able to silence the mind, and as much the vasanas are destroyed, the mind becomes pure. And when the mind is pure, the Brahman is realized, totally pure. There is no ahankara. There are no thoughts. Understand? No thoughts should be there. That's why one has to be alert and watch the mind. What are the thoughts going in my mind? Selfish mind. You are thinking bad about something. Kama, Krodha, Mada, Lobha. All these thoughts are there. Our inner happiness, Bhagavan Shankar, Gurudev writes, Atma Samrajya Sukham is not depending on somebody. It depends on us only. We can realize the truth when the ego is destroyed. The ego is like a thorn. Tato vinirtya vrittim samtaktya raga paramartha labha tushnim sa atmutya purnatmana brahmani nirvikalpaha tato adir vinivartya vrittim santyakmartha labha purna brahmani nirvikalpaha. Bhagavan says, then aham thoughts. Adehe. Ade means I am this body, and then with the body starts another thoughts. I am very educated, I am very happy, I have a big family. So all these thoughts, we never turn your mind away from that. And how you can turn unless you are aware of it. We have to be aware of our thoughts of our mind, and then withdraw, santyakta, and give up attachment with all objects. Santyakta martha labha, and then experience that supreme bliss, paramartha labha. And when you have experienced that bliss, tushnim samasva, then Bhagavan says, remain quiet, remain quiet. See that no thought comes again, be alert. Atma Sukha Anubh, having realized your own self, Anubh, having enjoyed the bliss, Purnatmana, as an infinite self, Nirvikalpaha Brahmani, remain in the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Nirvikalpa, no thoughts. Vikalpa, thoughts. Nirvikalpa, no thoughts. When you say sab, that time, Aham Brahmasmi thought is going in your mind. When we meditate, the last thought is, isn't it when we say, even that Aham Brahmasmi thought is not there. That is nirvikalpa. No thought is there. And Bhagavan says, nirvikalpaha brahmani anubhutush. You remain quiet. Don't see that no other thought arises in your mind. No thought arises in your mind. We have seen that Ramakrishna, when he will go to Samadhi anytime. Anyone sings bhajan, he will go into Samadhi. Then somebody has to put something in his mind, his mouth, because he was a Bengali, they will put something, rasgulla or something, and then he comes out from Samadhi, isn't it? That was very natural for him to go to Samadhi. There was no identification with the body. No identification with the body. Is that here, give up this identification. And when this is given, then only we can enjoy the bliss and then remain quiet. Remain is that another saint came to him, to teach him, and when he sees that 3 days he is in the Samadhi. Ramakrishna Paramahansa was in Samadhi. 3 days he was in Samadhi. Very natural for him to go into Samadhi. That was his nature. Our nature, we are identifying with the body and crying always. This is that is that, this complaint is there, that complaint is there. The body will have some or other problem. Understand? Nobody is without problem. But one has to understand, accept it, and go beyond that. Go beyond that. Go beyond that. He is to see the Brahman everywhere. Even when he is to do the Kali Puja, he will see as a Brahman alone. He is to see as a Brahman alone. And he will feed, and the mother is to accept also food by his hand. That was Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. These are our great Mahatmas. They have no idea. And they always, most of the time, remain silent. They don't speak much. So the mind is quiet. That's why I said the tushnim is remain silent, quiet. As much we are quiet, then the thoughts do not arise. As much we go on talking, because the talking comes because of the thoughts only. So many thoughts are going on in our mind. Tushbhutya atmana brahmani nirvikalpa. Enjoy your nirvikalpa samadhi. This is what we have to experience. Nirvikalpa samadhi. We'll see tomorrow further. Okay. Om Purnasya Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru. Hari Om Loka Samat Shanti. Hari Om. My pranam to all of you. See, try to practice what we are studying. As much we practice, we'll get benefit of it. It is not only knowledge we get it, we must try to experience. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. My pranam to all of you. Hari Om.